Well, there is one element that many institutions often overlooked when it comes to the makeup of their Net Promoter Score. Let's talk about NPS, Net Promoter Score. What is it? Well, a Net Promoter Score is so much more than just a survey. It is a math equation that helps determine how successful your institution is likely to be. And it all boils down to one simple question. How likely on a scale of 0 to 10 are you likely to recommend my institution to a friend or a colleague? And within that 1 to 10 answering range, there are 3 groupings of individuals that make up the Net Promoter Score. First of all, there are the promoters. These are the people who rank themselves a 9 or a 10 out of 10 on the scale of how likely they are to recommend your institution to a friend or a colleague. These are the people who are your evangelists for your institution. They are happy to share everything that's great about your institution. Check it out. I had such a great experience at this branch. Then you have the passives. These are the individuals who rank their satisfaction a 7 or an 8 out of 10 in how likely they are to recommend your institution. They're just passive. They are satisfied with your institution, but maybe they're not yelling from the rooftops about how much they like your institution. And lastly, we have the detractors. These are individuals who rank themselves either 0 or all the way up to 6 out of 10. Now, the detractors are one of the biggest obstacles to overcome for your institution because these are unhappy customers. These are customers who maybe they'll go as far as to write a bad review about your institution, or maybe they'll simply look to switch from your institution to a different institution because they are unsatisfied. Now what you do now that you've taken all of this data in is you calculate your NPS, your final Net Promoter Score. To do that, you subtract the number of detractors from the number of promoters to get a score between -100 and +100. While an average credit union has an NPS score of 68 out of 100, and a traditional bank lags even further behind at a 41 out of 100. But an absolute best-in-class organization can exceed 80 out of 100. But how do you raise your Net Promoter Score? Maybe you're unsatisfied with your score and you want to achieve excellence, and that is your employee training. That's right, when you don't provide a staff member with adequate training, you run the risk of having a negative frontline interaction. Maybe a member walks into one of your branches, or they simply call your institution and they aren't able to receive the answers that they're looking for, and their problems aren't solved. This can often be because of a gap in training, and it can create detractors in real time. Because all of a sudden, your member has had one bad experience with a staff member, and that paints their entire experience with your institution, and they can quickly become a detractor. So how do you fix this? How can you move away from this loop of creating new detractors because of negative frontline experiences? Well, the key is to turn your frontline from order takers into trusted advisors. A trusted advisor in your frontline looks like somebody who is confident in your digital technology, they're confident answering questions, and they've had the thorough and complete training to help them answer questions in real time. This can completely shift a moment of friction into a moment of adoption. So how do you do that? You need your training to be better. You need to equip your staff so that they can provide real-time answers, that they can have a resource in front of them to provide answers right within the flow of work if they don't remember something off the top of their head. And if you want a great way to do that, then you should check out Lemonade LXP. Not only does our digital academy help provide member-facing videos and walkthroughs on technology, on questions they may have, but it is also staff member-facing as well. And hey, using Insay AI, you can create engaging game-based learning for your staff to not only just complete once, but become true masters of your technologies. Because the best way to improve your Net Promoter Score is to improve the efficiency and the impact of your frontline staff. It all starts with training. Don't forget to check out Lemonade LXP.